Welcome to the setup video for your first ever game of the Arkham Horror Living Card Game. The setup is divided into two phases. First you set up everything the players need, then you set up everything you need for the scenario you're going to play. Step number 1. Choose investigators. Each player chooses an investigator and places that investigator card in his or her play area. For the first game, it's recommended that one player use Roland Banks, and if there's a second player, it's recommended that player use Wendy Adams. Step number 2. Choose one of those investigators to be the lead investigator for this game, and give that player the campaign guide. Step 3. Assemble and shuffle the player decks. The cards used in each of the recommended investigator starter decks are detailed in the investigator starter deck sidebar. Step 4. Assemble the token pool. Place the damage, horror, clue, doom and resource tokens within easy reach of all investigators. Clue and doom tokens are double-sided. Step 5. Assemble the chaos bag. Place the 16 chaos tokens indicated by the scenario into an opaque container such as a bag, bowl or cup. This container is referred to as the chaos bag. Return the other chaos tokens to the game box. There's no need to punch out the rest of the tokens. Leave them in the punch board for now so they don't get mixed up. The guide lists 4 difficulty levels. This setup is for standard difficulty. You can play it slightly easier or much harder. Step 6. Take starting resources. Each investigator takes 5 resources from the token pool and places them near his or her investigator card. This is the investigator's resource pool. Step 7. Draw opening hands. Each investigator draws 5 cards from his or her deck. If a weakness card is drawn at any point during this step, set it aside instead of adding it to your hand. Draw an additional card, then shuffle the weakness back into your deck. Now we move on to setting up the scenario. Step 8. Read the scenario instructions for the gathering. The instruction for this scenario is italicized flavor text on page 2 of the Night of the Zealot campaign guide under part 1, The Gathering. Step 9. Find the scenario cards for the gathering. Cards in each encounter set have a symbol identifying them as part of that encounter set. You'll be looking for 6 sets of cards with these symbols on. These cards constitute the gathering encounter set. Each of them has the torch symbol on them in a different place according to the type of card it is. There are 16 cards in the Gathering Encounter set. At the bottom of each card you'll find the numbers of the individual card and the number of the card in the set. See, this says 1 of 16. This card is the scenario card. It's double-sided. You want to be playing this way up on the easy standard mode. The next 3 cards are the agenda deck. You see, all of them have the same layout and the same artwork on them. The next 3 cards are the act deck. They say act at the top of the card, and you'll find the numbers again at the bottom of the card. The card layout is a flipped version of the agenda deck. The next 5 cards you need are the locations you'll be using in this scenario. They are the study, the hallway, the attic, the cellar, and the parlour. Next 4 cards represent characters you'll meet in the scenario. If you're having trouble finding Lita Chandler, she's got a player back, so she might have been mixed up with your player cards. Next, you'll need the 3 Swarm of Rats cards. The next encounter set is the Ghoul cards. These consist of 3 Treachery cards, a Ravenous Ghoul, and 3 Ghoul minions. The 7 different cards in the Striking Fear encounter set are 3 different types of Treachery card. Then it's 3 copies of Ancient Evils. The 4 final cards are Crypt Chill and Obscuring Fog. Step 10. Set the agenda deck. Assemble the agenda deck in sequential order so that Agenda 1A is on top, Agenda 2A is next, and then finally Agenda 3A. Step 11. Set the act deck. Assemble the act deck in sequential order so that Act 1A is on top, Act 2A is next, then Act 3A. Step 12. Place the scenario reference card for the gathering, card 104A, next to the agenda deck. Use the easy stroke standard side for your first game. Step 13. Put the study into play, card 111. When a location is put into play, it always enters play with its unrevealed side face up. The unrevealed side of a location can be identified by the presence of a keyhole symbol below its title. Step 14. Set every other location aside out of play. These cards are the hallway, the attic, the cellar and parlour, cards 112 to 115. Step 15. Each investigator begins play in the study. Place each investigator's mini-card next to the study to represent that each investigator is in the study. Don't forget that when an investigator enters or begins play at a location, flip that location to its revealed side. The revealed side of a location can be identified by the presence of shroud and clue values. When a location is revealed, place clues onto it equal to its clue value. which, for the study, is 2 clues per investigator. Step 16. Set the Ghoul Priest, card 116, and Letha Chantler, card 117, aside out of play. Step 17. Assemble the encounter deck. Take the remainder of the cards found during Step 9, i.e. the cards that were not already used for another purpose in Steps 10 to 16, and shuffle them together to create the encounter deck. The game is now ready to begin. The next 4 cards you need are people you meet during the scenario.
I wouldn't use the word people, I would use characters or NPCs. Yep.
3, 2, 1. The next 4 cards are people you're going to meet during the scenario.
Again, you use the word people.
The next people you meet are the 4 people that are peopling on the Peoply Pop. Do you want to...
I think you may have said people again. It was, I'm not 100%, but I think you...
This is not the video I'm looking for, is
Okay,
it?
well, not do that then.
Oh, shut that door. Someone's trying to film in here. It's the wrong way.
What do you mean the wrong way?
The wrong way around. And you drive a motorbike, you say?
I'll be tempted to go more of a...
Do that. There you go.
You've got a lot of space both sides, but I can neaten it up a little bit in.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah! It'll be
Right.
fine. 3, 2, 1.
Almost. You can't see you've got 5.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Can't see I've got 5. It's like the bullets in Red Dwarf.
Like I say, it's just a problem with trying to throw things into shot. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Let me do my side, and then you can keep doing your side until you get it right, yeah? Blah, blah, blah. Boom, 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 boom.
Blah, 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 blah.